Namaskar. Welcome back to the birth time rectification practical videos. In this video, we are going to study example number 4. In this example number 4, we are going to study how the ruling planets at the time of analysis was helping in fixing the ascendant rulers, or in other words, the lagna or the birth time. As I said already in the theory portion, the ruling planets at the time of analysis will have connection to the purpose of analyzing the birth chart. So if the analysis for which purpose we are studying the birth chart, suppose the birth time is studied to know what is the correct birth time, or if the native is having a doubt on the given birth time, he wants to know the right birth time. That is the purpose of analyzing the chart. The ruling planets at the time of analyzing the chart or examining the birth chart will have connection to the ascendant rulers of the birth chart. So it will help in fixing the ascendant rulers. Now, in this case, one gentleman called me in December 2022 stating that he is having some doubt on his son's ascendant. For the recorded birth time, his son's ascendant was falling in the sign of Leo and initial degree. By 2-3 minutes reduction, that ascendant will move to the Cancer. So he has got a doubt whether he is Leo ascendant born or Cancer lagna born. Almost at the time he consulted me, the son was 22 years of age, and he was doing good in studies, and also he was doing medicine also. So far, he has been following the birth chart, his Kundali with the Leo Lagna. But suddenly he came up with a question whether he is born in the Leo Lagna or Cancer Lagna. So that was the real urge the father wanted to know. So I started analyzing the chart. Let's see how that ruling planets at the time of analysis helped in finding the native, whether he is Leo Lagna born or Cancer Lagna born. Let us examine now. This is the birth chart of the native. The client's son was born on 8th March 2000 at 4:30 p.m. recorded time in Uttar Pradesh. For the given time, look at the ascendant. Ascendant was falling in the sign of Leo at 0 degree 18 minutes 35 seconds. If you look at the rulers, ascendant is falling the sign of Sun, star of Ketu, sub of Ketu, and sub of Mars. Ketu. Suppose if 2-3 minutes if you reduce, minimum 2 minutes if you reduce, what will happen? Ascendant will fall in the sign of Cancer, ruled by Moon, Star Lord as the last nakshatra in the Cancer is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the Star Lord. Then within that Mercury Star Lord, Sublord will be definitely last Sublord is going to be Saturn. And of course, Sublord will be Jupiter. This will be the last degree ruled at this Cancer sign will be Moon, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter. So now the ascendant is whether it is Leo is correct or Cancer is correct. That was the native sun's question. When ascendant is moving, automatically, then with this is moving, then 7 will move to from Aquarius to Capricorn. Not only that, you can see 11th cusp also in the border. And then obviously that fifth cusp lord or cusp also falling in the Sagittarius, which is also in border. When 2 minutes difference is happening, not only Lagna will move, 7 will move, and in this case, 11 and 5 also will move to the other sign. So there is going to be a drastic change in the ownership and also star lordship and also sublordship. So now let us focus on the ascendant first. Now, the chart was examined on 28 December 2022, 8:13, 8 p.m. You can see in the ruling planets column, the natal chart ruling planet. It means the natal chart ruling planet are, you can see, ascendant sign lord is Sun, ascendant star lord is Ketu, ascendant sublord is Ketu. These three are given here. That moon rulers, moon in the sign of Jupiter, star of Mercury, sub of Sun, they are given here. So we are our focus now not on the moon rulers. Our focus to fix the ascendant rulers, whether ascendant rulers at the time of birth is correct or not. Now, below that, you can see transit ruling planet. Transit ruling planet means the transit on so-and-so date at the time of analysis. The day lord was Mercury. Moon was in the sign of Saturn, star of Jupiter, and sub of Mercury. And ascendant was in Moon, Saturn, and Rahu. Now, we have to check whether the ascendant rulers are also playing role in the ruling planets at the time of analysis. It means at the time of analysis, which planets are ruling, especially the moon, because why we are checking that birth chart at that particular day, star and sub of the moon, and also ascendant rulers. Importantly, moon rulers we check. If they are the ruling planets at the time of analysis, if they are having connection to the Lagna ruler, if they are present in the Lagna ruler. Sometimes, as I said, not all the rulers will be directly playing, they may be indirectly playing also. Now our question is not fixing the sublord alone. We are fixing if the birth time is different, not only the Rasi Lord Sun will become Moon, star lord of ascendant instead of Ketu it will become Mercury, sublord Ketu will become Saturn, and sub-sublord will become Jupiter. All the rulers of the ascendant will change. So definitely ruling planet will help us. At the time of analysis, you can see the ruling planets is Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury. Important ruling planet is Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, then Moon, Saturn, again Rahu. Okay, Rahu is not a problem. Now we have to look at Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Moon, Saturn. But the ruling planets at the natal chart for the given time is ascendant ruler Sun, Ketu, Ketu. Whether Sun, Ketu are there in the ruling planets. At the time of analysis, there is no role of Sun. Sun is not playing in the moon ruler also, not in the ascendant ruler also. Especially it is not there in the moon ruler. And Ketu also not there. So ascendant rulers for the given time, Sun and Ketu, they are not present at the time of analyzing the birth chart. So Sun and Ketu are not there. It is indicating that that native may not be born in the ascendant of Leo. Okay, then what about that other one? If it is moving to the Cancer sign, Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter. You can see Saturn is there, Jupiter is there, Mercury also there, Moon also there in the ascendant sign lord. So Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, these three rulers are important. They are ruling at the time of moment, of judgment. So ascendant should be ruled by these planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. As I said, when you reduce the birth time, ascendant will move to the next sign, Cancer. The star of Mercury, sub of Saturn, sub of Jupiter. So that as that native is not born in the Leo, he must be born in the Cancer sign. That is indicating here, right? Now let me show you how the ruling planet ascendants are changing by reducing the birth time by 2 minutes. Instead of 4:30 p.m., now you look at this slide, 4:28 p.m., the cuspal position are shown here. You can see the ascendant is falling in 29 degree 52 minutes 42 seconds, ruled by Moon, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter, as I was telling in the previous slide. Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter. You can see the same ruler, Moon, Mercury, Saturn. Sub-sublord is not shown in this. So after correction, the ruling planets of the natal is shown. You can see the transit ruling planets, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, they're all playing role here, right? Here, Jupiter also there, sub-sublord. So very well connected. So since that question was with real urge and it was also analyzed with urge, that ruling planets at the time of analysis is helping to find the ascendant is either Leo or Cancer, and also they're matching well to the rulers of the ascendant. As I said, when ascendant is moved from Leo to Cancer, that 7 also moved from Aquarius to Capricorn. Then also I said 11 also moved. Then 5 also moved from Sagittarius to Scorpio. So there are many changes in the important cuspal rulers. So based on the further events, practical life events that native is going to experience, that ascendant can be further fine-tuned, right? Because ascendant is 29 to 52, 42. This is the minimum we can say. So the native should be born 4:28 p.m. That is the maximum time we can take. After 4:28 time, he was not born because it will move to the Leo. So, but instead of 4:28, it may be 4:27, 26 also if at all required. The sub-sublord can be Jupiter or not required to be Jupiter. It can be Rahu also, not a problem. But when, if there any cuspal sublords are in the border, in case, that can also be further fine-tuned with the real practical experience or that event, that Lagna is going to face in its lifetime. If at all required, that can be fine-tuned. But actually speaking, there are no cuspal sublords or in the border. When they are going to reduce 1 minute, there will be change in the birth time or changes can cause in the sublord. But only the 10th sublord is Sun is in the border because it is shorter duration running sublord. But as I said, that native was doing medicine. This is very well matching also. So that way, the 4:28 p.m. could be the right time, and he was not only the Cancer Lagna born, his birth time also 4:28 p.m. So with the help of the ruling planets, we could fix the ascendant rulers when The purpose of analyzing is exclusively for the birth time rectification or fixing the ascendant. That will be more helpful rather than taking the ruling planets at the time of analysis, every time matching that ruling planets at the time of judgment to the natives lagna will not help. Suppose if I take the same chart for some other day for analyzing for some other chart, some other event, that ruling planets at the time of judgment for particular some other event I'm analyzing the same chart, it will not match to the ascendant because the purpose of analyzing is not to fix the ascendant. Suppose he's for asking the question for the marriage related thing. The ruling planet at the time of analysis will have connection to the questioning. Discussion. There will be connection to that, not required to be the ascendant. I think we're able to understand. So we will meet in the next example with some other case.